You are incredibly amazing. I think we should, I mean, I don't want to screw this up. This is perfect. What you said is quite enough and inspiring. Well, I'm pleased to be here again. Thank you. And for the new face, we know them, but we haven't seen them in a while. I'm happy that you're all here. Super thank you. All big thank you. And for those who arranged this session one more time, it's been a little bit sketchy for the last couple of weeks, obviously. We're all affected by our brother DeGarmo, and it's no secret. I think he would outlive all of us for the amount of prayers and love he has. He's going to be okay. We know that our I'm live from Orlando, Florida now, and I hope this will be great. So now that we're done with the good news, let's move on to the bad news. I'm kidding. There's never bad news in Unpassive, all right? At least from my side. Okay. And brother Chris, I'm going to kind of like clarify. That's what I do. Always I clean up after you. Basically, there's no low moment. I haven't been low, okay? Just circumstances and, you know, some challenges in the business, but I've been always high. That sounds like really illegal. I've never been that high, okay? So, but I've been spiritually and mentally, I'm always okay. So far, what we've been doing, giving you about mostly what happened and hinting that there is a potential drastic change in the future. We have been emphasizing that we've decided change is necessary, and we took action to do that. Okay. And one of the changes, okay, or the main I would say strategies we are following now, that we will no longer be telling you what's coming in terms of like details and ahead of our times. We certainly will tell you when things happen, we'll update you in that. And one of the good thoughts, okay, it's only a style that we decided to do it in such a way we will be a few steps ahead in terms of the development, and I'm not just talking about the IT or the technicality, I'm talking about whatever is happening. We will be telling you, okay, a few steps back. I'm gonna kind of like re-emphasize this analogy one more time. When we are, I said it before, just in case if you're hearing it for the first time, if we are in progress in the operation, okay, we are at step 20, very much likely you would be hearing about 15. We're not going to be talking about 20 when we are actually in 20. We'll talk about 20 possibly when we're, don't take it exact, okay, but it could be 25 or a few steps ahead, okay? Some steps are giant. Some steps are, not going to be that severe. So to put this in a realistic, practical perspective, as of now, I haven't talked about step one. All what we're doing so far and have done in the last couple of weeks, we're preparing you mentally for step one. You haven't heard anything about step one. Certainly, as a company, as a business, in terms of our vision, we're not at step one. Now, before that, we're way past step one and two and three, to be clear. But I haven't talked about step one so far, just to be clear. And I'm going to tell you this one, somebody's going to get mad at me, but it's okay. Sometimes you have to piss off someone to make it easier for everybody else, all right? It's okay. So a genius fella, okay, yesterday emailed that concerns about the next project. The only concern I have is about your mental ability. That person, not you, okay? Because I haven't talked about something and we haven't seen it. How could you have concerns about it? So it's all your delusional invention is to worry about something that may never happen the way you're thinking. So allow it to happen. Focus with me, or as Dr. Bob says, focus, okay? Focus. Okay, I cannot say it the same way, but focus in the moment. All right, we are here trying to prepare you for step one. So they would have to stop that, and just reschedule the launch. But when they finally launch, after so many years and sacrifices and failures that happened before that behind the scene, even the launching time itself, it's a big thing. Launching something at that level is a big thing, and no matter how much you prepare till you go live. And what happened is it blew up first time, second time. Now, when they go from the first time to the second time, it's not like, okay, just like the same thing and redo it again the next day. No, 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 no. They have to apply what they've just learned from we're not going to call it a failure, the first attempt. Failure when they just quit, when they say it's over, it's impossible, we cannot do it. That's a failure. That's it. It's not going to happen. But a part of that massive vision is to do, to enable human beings to explore other planets, or specifically Mars in the first stage, which is massive, okay, and potentially live there, okay, if possible. They would have to explore, at distance, but affordably, right? And different technologies that human being can do that. Travel to space safely, obviously. That's the main thing. So in that massive vision, it's not just like, okay, load this with a ton of hydrogen and liquid oxygen and just blow it up in the sky. No, it's not that easy, okay? So much preparation in the background until they finally go, it blows up, and now another project for the next attempt. Is it guaranteed to go? No. Then they do. Okay. It did fail 3 times, and they ran out of budget or funds. It was technically the last dollars they've had, and everything depended on the 4th launch or attempt. It did work. If it didn't work, they would have been broke, out of funds, demotivated. Others are not going to support that, and that could be loss for all of us as humans. But when it succeeds, and who's paying for the price? We didn't pay the price, okay, but the potential value could serve a broader population from our human race. And it didn't take long to go to Falcon Heavy, which is the Falcon 9 rockets, attack blow, so they can even reach further distance in space. I can remember 2018 February or something, I think it was, when in Cape Canaveral, for those who don't know, it's like NASA in Florida by the Atlantic Ocean, when it went, and it was a success. It's a massive rocket. It's like 3 major massive rockets into one. It's incredible. And since that time, technically around the same time we started working on Passive, I've been inspired or influenced somehow by their tenacity and their persistence to succeed and further and do it right, okay, every time. And every time we've attempted to do something and like prepare for the launch, in my mind I say, you know what, this could blow up. So I can scrub it so we can do it safely, and I reschedule. I've said it to you before many, many times. We prepare to open something or to launch it, and I didn't sign up on that. I didn't approve it, so you didn't know, but it doesn't mean it was not prepared or there was no work, challenges and all that. That was kept away. When we finally have something to show. And again, the very last attempt was in September 2023 when we launched ONET. Technically the first paid product out to the public, or at least given a priority as promised to our founding members from Unpassive that we've been working for, in the background for a few years before, until it went to the public. Forgive me for this exact analogy, but it would make sense to you if you just understand that when you want to launch something, it's worth to say that it's not guaranteed to go well the first attempt. It doesn't mean a failure, it's an attempt. It's a try, it's a test. When it's something big, okay, there's so many variables and aspects involved, there is a high risk of something breaking. Do you want to talk about, legal challenges that were, we got to deal with that in the background? Do we want to talk about some ethical challenges from incompetent managers? Do we want to talk about other things, we're basically deceiving us from our own team on both sides, company internally and our users. So all that played to give us, and I wasn't, very motivated at the level of what do you call it, technical quality. But I compromised to say you've gotta have to go through step 1 in order 2 and 3 and 5. You have to go that mile and then apply all the lessons. I wasn't certain that this is definitely it, and just, okay. From that time, immediately after opening ONET, I realized this is not the ideal team. Simple thing. Then when I hired a CFO, that I said, okay, I need these 20. I didn't say find 20 different payment processors. I said, use these 20. Line them up, A, B, C, D, all the alphabet, okay? So I can have that. They got a couple of years in preparation, and we were delayed from 2022, if you remember, the World Cup in Qatar in November, until technically 10 years later, 23, when we opened, and we didn't even have a proper payout. It was just something so manual. They had a couple of years in preparation and they didn't do that. So I knew we're not prepared enough, so I wasn't pushing more payments. That's why I made it 3 years, and I didn't renew, I didn't charge again, all those things, because I just don't want to collect money for something I'm not passionate about. So it did blow up when we just launched, just like that rocket. Does it mean we failed? Absolutely not. I refuse to say we failed. Now, we're going to have another launch, right? Technically, do you think we just will load it up like another rocket and just throw it in the sky? That's not how it works. There's so much that you have to apply in your operation until you go to the next launch. Now, the good news and the bad news. The bad news first, okay? Take the unpleasant away. This is like a leadership style. A lot of people, they like, to do the unpleasant first. Like you do your salad first, then the steak, and then dessert, all of that. Let's do, the same style, and then, but occasionally I like the good, beautiful, sweet news first, basically dessert first, and then we talk about salad and whatever, if we have room for that. But the unpleasant part that scientifically is good. Let me just say it before that, but in reality, it's so much loss and losses, which is that launch that blew up is not reusable, and there's no possible way that you can repair it, stitch it, and let's go back. That includes OnPassive, that includes ONET ecosystem, all of that. I'm talking about the same business, the complete business model. If this language is a little bit, indirect or not as friendly for some of you, I know many of you understand me so good. Don't worry, there are better people who will explain it to you in plain English and like simple terms to unpack it, and you will get it, all right? But understand that we could not use the same exact business model, the same exact technology, the same exact code and all of that and fix it and just blow it up again. That potentially is just gonna blow up. It's gonna